Welcome to the Positive Spiritual Living Podcast, brought to you by Unity on the Bay. This is your positive path for spiritual living.
All right, I've been sharing with you for a couple of weeks now the three most important questions you can ever ask yourself in your entire life. And you can just share them with me now. Hey, good for you, Cindy. Why am I here? That's the one we're going to be dealing with today. Last week we talked about what do I want? Now you might think to yourself, well, I know what I want. Every day I know what I want, and I try my best to get what I want, and yada, yada, yada. I'm talking about really going beyond the veneer of your thinking into the depths of your soul to say, what is it that is truly my heart's desire? So what do I want? Why am I here? And the next week we're going to be talking about how am I doing? That is, how are the behaviors and the actions, how's the makeup of my life actually supporting the reason why I believe I'm here and what I really want? These are hugely important questions. I've been evolving them in my own life now for about 30 years. And they're constantly in a state of change and maturation, I would say. But they are important questions, and if you answer them, I believe it's possible for you to live an optimal life, which is the name of this 3-week series, Optimal Living. And that's when you and I are living in a way where every morning when we get up, we can hardly wait to start into the activities that comprise our life. Because we know that we're aligned with what's important to us and what we ourselves have determined to be the reason for our being. So why are you here? I told you now for a couple weeks I'm going to tell you the answer to that question. And I see that you came today to receive this enlightenment from me. And I would like to thank you for recognizing this divine fountain that I am. And all right, here's the answer to that question. Why are you here? I don't know. Aren't you glad you came today? I don't know. I haven't the foggiest idea why you're here. Now, I believe I know why I'm here, and that's about as far as I can take it. It's enough for me to know what I'm doing here, what my purpose, what the vision, what the mission of my life is all about. And it seems to me, my dear Unity on the Bay family and friends, that for countless millennia, we have taken that question, why am I here? And we have sought to discover its answer in just about everybody and everything on the face of the planet. We go to any authority we can find and we say, tell me please, what is the meaning of life? Why am I here? We go everywhere outside of us without realizing that the only place we're ever going to find the answer is inside of us. I don't know why you're here, but you do. And the reason why you're here will not be quite like anybody else's reason for being here, because we're all here for a different purpose. We're all here to fulfill a different vision. I believe a divine vision. But this is a question whose answer will never be found outside of you. Lord knows we've developed phenomenal religious institutions that would like to tell us why we're here. But guess what? They don't know either. So true confession's right up front. I don't know why you're here, but I can tell you that in the deepest center of your being, you know exactly why you're here. And so this is why it's such an important question for us to raise and such an important journey for us to embark upon. The journey into the center of our being wherein we will receive the true purpose, the true meaning, the true vision for our life. Michael Bernard Beckwith. Anybody know Reverend Michael from Los Angeles, California, the Agape International Spiritual Center? He says this: the power of your vision propels you toward the life of your dreams. The power of your vision propels you toward the life of your dreams. So it behooves us to get in touch with that which God has planted within us, the reason for our being, our purpose for existing on this planet, because in that we will find a vision that will then allow us to pursue and experience from day to day the life that we've always dreamt of. Now you cannot, I'll say it again, you cannot go find this somewhere else. Nobody else knows except you. And the one thing we don't want to embark on is a journey toward a vision that someone else has given us. And let me tell you, there are lots of people out there that would like to tell you what your vision is. There are lots of people out there that think they know why you're here. But you must come to this conclusion for yourself. In Native American spirituality, there is a rite of passage known as the Vision Quest. A lot of you have heard of the Vision Quest. It's a term now that has been sort of borrowed, not necessarily with permission, from the Native American community to describe an experience that is often now practiced in New Thought organizations, in New Age organizations. So we call it a Vision Quest. But I want to make a clarity here. There's a Vision Quest, and then there's what I'm going to talk to you about this morning. Vision Quest is a rite of passage born from Native American spirituality that involves fasting, isolation, and prayer. And by going into this Vision Quest, the young and maturing male in the Native American community receives a divine purpose, a role, and a sense of service through this exercise, through this rite of passage. Now, you can certainly research the Vision Quest experience, and I would encourage you to do that because you'll learn a lot. But this morning, what I want to do is honor that is a Native American tradition that I know something about, but not a great deal about, and I want to come up with a new term for you in terms of what I'm speaking about today. And that new term is this: vision encounter. So even more than launching a quest to discover the purpose for your life or the vision for your life, I want you to have a direct encounter with God's purpose, God's vision, and God's mission for your life. And the way that I believe this is best accomplished, and always remember when I'm standing up here, I'm telling you the results of my own pursuits here. And it's a little bit different for everybody. So you have to find the way into the center of your being wherein your divine mission and purpose is revealed. You have to find that for yourself. Important to recognize that. But I have found that by taking that work which we talked about last week, in other words, coming up with a nucleus of what is really important to you, what you really value. Remember that what matters turns to matter. We'll say that once more. What matters turns to matter. That which matters to you, that which has priority and importance in your life, actually becomes the material expression of your life and of your existence. So it is possible to narrow down, to sort of refine what you believe is important into a few words. And I told you last week, for me, those words are peace and joy and life and love and service and supply. Whatever they come to you as being, your key values, take those into a state of meditation, a state of contemplation, and a state of reflection, and go into this center of infinite intelligence within you and ask that a vision statement be revealed for your life that is born out of your values. It's important to understand what's important to you first, what you value, before you begin this creation of your vision statement, because you certainly want the purpose of your life to be born out of that which you have determined is most important to you. And again, this cannot be handed to you by anybody, as well-meaning as they might be, anybody outside of you. You have to find it for yourself. And when you do, it'll be the greatest discovery of your life. So you take that which is important to you and you distill it down into a statement that reflects a vision for your life that you have discerned from the center of your being. Meditate on your values. Although I couldn't find out who these words came from, I'll attribute them to a very popular fellow named Anonymous, but here they are. Your vision will become clear when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. Remember, the treasure that is promised to you outside will never be found. It is only the treasure within that you really are seeking and that you really, in fact, need. For myself, it was a simple process, although this has been many years coming along, a simple process of realizing that my vision was a direct reflection of my values. And so my vision for my own life is God expressing as peace, joy, life, love, service, and supply. So my vision is a direct reflection of my values. Yours may or may not be the same. Your mission is how you accomplish your vision. And you can always ask 3 questions of any mission in your life. Number 1, what do you do? Number 2, how do you do it? And number 3, for whom do you do it? My mission is sharing pathways of spiritual awakening through discernment and demonstration with all whose path crosses my own. Let me just make a quick clarification of 2 of those words, discernment and demonstration. I am sharing pathways as I discern them for myself, pathways toward spiritual awakening. And once I discern them, that is the process of going within to discern that which is divine truth within me, I then make my life or seek to make my life a demonstration of that which I have discerned. Next, and this is most important, you'll just have to bear with me because I know you've been down this road with me before, is that you have to keep these statements, your values, your vision, and your mission in front of you as often as possible. Have you noticed that the world almost seems to launch a conspiracy against you when you create a powerful statement from which to live your life? And it is imperative that you pay attention to it. I suggest that you put it in front of you every morning, and some of you know that I'm an advocate of my own philosophy called the Morning Book here. Yes, it still exists in a concrete, tactile form, although many folks put this in electric format. There's just something with me that enjoys being in the embrace of the DNA that's been built into this book over many years. But if you look in here, you'll see there's some statements I begin every day with. One of them is by Ralph Waldo Emerson, write in your heart that every day is the best day of the year. And then I move from those statements into... and I try to put photographs with it. I'm looking at this, remember, as quickly as I can when I wake up in the morning, because I want to get these statements, I want to give them the first priority. Before the rest of the pressures of the day come in, I want to be clear on what my values are. Peace, joy, life, love, service, and supply. Whatever your values are, gain clarity around them and put them in a format that you can review on a daily basis. And as you review these, they will refine themselves for you. You may end up starting with a page that has 50 different values on it. Just allow it to distill itself until it gets down into a format that you can deal with easily. And then I move to the next section of my morning book, and I have my vision and my mission. God expressing his peace, joy, life, love, service, and supply. Again, I don't know what God's vision and purpose is for your life, but I know that there is one. And I know that you can ascertain it easily if you but make it a priority. And then next week, we're going to talk about the last section of this book, which has to do with opportunities, ideas, and actions. Once, my friends, that you get very clear on what it is that you want and why you are here, God's mission and vision for your life, then you can begin to take all the goals and intentions and possibilities for your life and put them in this format so that they support your vision and your mission and your values. And once you do that, let me tell you, you're going to find fantastic results. There are many different wonderful goal-setting programs available in this world, and I'm grateful for each and every one of them and have used many of them myself. But there is no goal setting. There is no way to drive your life toward your dreams and your aspirations that exceeds that, I believe, of knowing what's important to you, of living according to your vision gifted to you by the divine that created you. and then aligning your day-to-day activities, your objectives, and your goals in a way that allows you to live with so much integrity, my friends, you're not going to believe it. Because you will have observed without judgment the activity, the behavior in your life, and you will have allowed it to merge into the values that are important to you, the objectives that are significant to you, and the vision that God has planted within your life. And let me tell you, when you align with that, you are aligning with the divine. So be with me next week and we'll wrap this wonderful series up. Go forth and live optimally. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Chris, for that. So we all know why we're here. I know I'm here because I feel spiritually fed by the music and message at Unity on the Bay. Do you guys agree with that? Can we get another yes from earlier? All right. So if you feel like that is something that you want to give back to, if you want to feel in the flow of not only receiving but also giving, this is your opportunity now. So if you will see in front of you, we have some giving envelopes. And if you'd like to give a gift to Unity, you see these little giving envelopes. You could fill one of these out now for us. And there's also a way for you to donate on your phone. So if you look on the envelope, it has a number right there for you. You can text UOTB to 73256. So it's right on the envelope if you're interested in doing that. We believe that this is a sacred opportunity for you to do so. So we would like to give you a few moments in silence to prepare your gift. Thank you. Okay, thank you. We are appreciative of your gift, and we'd like to bless these gifts together. So we'd like to read. Divine love that I am blesses all that I give and all that I receive. Thank you very much.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Positive Spiritual Living Podcast, brought to you by Unity on the Bay, a spiritual community located in Miami, Florida. Unity on the Bay is supported by the generosity of its community. If you'd like to make a donation or learn more about Unity on the Bay, please visit unityonthebay.org. You can also follow Unity on the Bay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for even more positive spiritual inspiration. Until next time, thanks for listening and many blessings. Namaste.